a lot of legends in this room, and some of them already spoke already. I'm so happy because I always learn something from them. I'm so happy I'm here to continue to learn about philosophy and chiropractic. One thing I do want to do is I want to apply philosophy with everyday interactions with our patients. We're going to learn a lot today, but I want you to go to the clinic today or tomorrow, next time you work, and apply what we learned today with everyday interactions with our patients. So, I'm reading this book. Are You the Doctor, Doctor? Who's read this book before, or at least heard of it? Good, most doctors should. Good. It's an amazing book. It's by Fred Barge. And the big thing about what he talks about is how doctors should conduct themselves with their patients. It teaches them how to be better doctors. Now, I learned from him, and I believe this with the biggest core belief, that every decision we make as a doctor, as staff, at any part you are in with Palmercare, should come from the core belief of chiropractic philosophy, right? So one thing that he said that I love, is in order to have a successful practice full of patients, full of healing, improving the community, the doctor and staff must have a strong chiropractic philosophy. So by now, hopefully we all agree that we know that the human body is self-healing, right? You cut your finger, it heals. You get punched in the face, you get a black eye, it heals, right? Your body is self-healing. You know that your nervous system controls every single muscle, organ, tissue cell in your body. All those nerves need to be expressed, and a chiropractic adjustment restores that nervous system so the body can heal. So we're not talking about neck or back pain. We're talking about the body's ability to heal, ability to function, right? And I'll prove it to you. So who knows who this man is? Anybody? Nobody? The old-timers know it. Yeah. Who? Montel, thank you. Come on, guy. Montel Williams, do you know what he suffers from? MS. Yes, he suffers from MS. So people that don't know Montel Williams, he was an incredibly successful talk show host, right? And at the height of his career, he had to walk away because his MS was so bad he couldn't sit or stand for hours at a time because he was tremoring. His knees would buckle. He was shaking, so he walked away. He tried every single muscle, organ, he tried every pill, potion, lotion in the world. Nothing worked, right? He said, chiropractic is the most amazing thing that's ever happened to me. There's not a person who knows me who will not confirm this. I am walking differently, and I've already regained strength in my left leg. So by the way, he now is a motivational speaker traveling the world talking about chiropractic for us. This guy, if anyone watches NFL or sports, Emmitt Smith is the all-time leader in rushes, right? Rushing yard, one of the best running backs of all time. I definitely try to get on a basis where I use chiropractic at least twice a week. It helps me perform at a higher level, twice a week. The GOAT, Tom Brady. Even Bills fans know he's the GOAT. As long as I see the chiropractor, I feel like I'm one step ahead of the game. There's many more, like musicians, Adele, like Adele's. If it wasn't for chiropractic, I wouldn't be able to perform at the level I require of myself. Now, I looked at top athletes, musicians, CEOs that are big proponents of chiropractic, and I wrote down what they say they go to a chiropractor for. And it's for strength, vocal cords, performance, reaction time, fast twitch muscles, recovery, mental alertness, energy, balance. Not one of them said anything about pain. So doctors, we cannot determine our care, our frequency, based on pain levels. We have to have strong chiropractic philosophy when we're conducting ourselves with our patients. Okay? We, as chiropractors, have to know we have the truth, we have the answers. Now, I said I want to make sure we go back to our clinics and apply philosophy, so I found an easy way to do so. Now, I want you guys to be interactive here. Raise your hand if you've heard any of these lines in your clinic. Doc, I feel great. Can I just come in once a week now? Doc, my pain is gone. Thank you. Do I need to still come in? 3 times a week is too much. Can I just do 1 time? To the staff, I'll call when I'm in pain. Raise your hand if you heard any of that. Okay, look around. Keep your hands up. Look around. There's not one hand down. Okay? Now, this is where a lot of doctors that don't have strong philosophy, this is where they crumble. They say things like, sure, once a week is great. Let's cut you back to once a month, actually. Okay, you can't come 3 times a week. I guess I'll work with 1. Or our staff says, I'll put you on the doc list. Guys, if we have strong chiropractic philosophy, we wouldn't have to worry about these lines. We would have an answer. And Dr. Barge, I love back to that book, Are You the Doctor, said this, and I love it, I use it, I want all our docs to look at it and try some variants of this. You stay under care until I determine that this vertebra is holding. You will then be truly over your problem. It's right there. It's that simple. So all those things that those patients are saying where doctors crumble, it's very confidently right there. Use some type of variance of this, and I promise you, you'll heal more people, you have better success, and you get more referrals. Now, what happens if we cut back too soon? What happens if we discharge patients from our care? What happens if they don't choose chiropractic? So there's an alternative to chiropractic. The American healthcare leads the world in 2 categories. Do you know what they are? What's that? Good job, Brand. Yeah. First one is surgery. Invasive surgery, sorry. There's a lot of nose jobs in the Middle East, so invasive surgery. So do you guys know, do you know what this surgery is for right here? Scoliosis, right? You guys, I don't know if you can see it, but there's 2 rods, 64 screws down that spine. That's why it's so important. By the way, do you think this person's going to have a good life after surgery? Right? No. That's why it's so important for us to see kids, to see children. If they're under chiropractic care, we can reverse that curve or stop it from progressing. That's why it's so important to see families. All right, what about this one? You know what this is for? Yeah, that's disc herniations, right? Doctors, I know every single one of you in this room has a patient that was recommended the surgery at one point. Right? Do you think this person has high quality of life after the surgery? No. Right? That's why you choose chiropractic. That's why you have strong philosophy so we can prevent this. Now, the second one was medications. Now, I'm not going to, we all know that there's a big problem in America. I don't know if families, people here, do you have families that live outside the U.S.? Because like I do, I have family that lives in Canada, lives in Portugal, Spain, and they all make fun of Americans. They say, you fat Americans, you eat McDonald's, you take pain pills. They're laughing at us, right? I'm not going to go through all these numbers, but the most striking number, by the way, it's bigger now than it was years prior, is 130 plus people die every day from overprescriptions and opioids. Every day. We're talking about a crisis. This number is bigger now. This is a bigger crisis, right? Now, I'm not trying to be sad and depressed and show you guys all this, like these numbers and the surgeries. My goal is for you to see, doctors, you have the gift. Staff, you know what's right. You know true health. We have to implement it. If we don't, that poor little kid's going to have those 2 rods. You guys know, these surgeries that I show, they're very, very common. They're not like random. Those disc surgeries are very, very common. That's the alternative to chiropractic. So when you go to your clinics, when you see a patient walk up to you, you're checking them in, know that they're doing the best possible thing for their health. And when you say, all right, I'm going to schedule you out for the next 2 weeks, know you're doing that because you care for them, you love them, and you know that the doctor and you are healing them, right? So can we use what we learn about chiropractic philosophy on an everyday basis? Doctors, are you going to have strong philosophy, or are you going to go back to that pain game? Staff, when you sit down and go over that 50-visit care plan, do you sit down and think, the money, how much money they're going to have to pay every month? Or are you going to think about that little girl with that scoliosis surgery with 2 rods and 64 screws in their back? They wish that they had chiropractic. They wish they had that opportunity. And you have the answers. So please, our decisions that we make should come from a place of chiropractic philosophy. Thank you.